my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me!
Take it. Take my hand.
Ah!
From G.A. Henty, author of Sturdy and Strong, and In the Hands of Cave Dwellers, comes this classic short story, White-Faced Dick, a tale of manhood and unlikely friendship. Published by Blackie & Son, it's accompanied by the maritime adventure, A Brush with the Chinese. This is a collection that's perfect for any fourth grader who's pure of mind and blood. White-Faced Dick and Another Story. A classic for the ages.
Hey, check it out. Put up my black felt. It's like what is that stuff? Pinboard. Put it up in 10 minutes. Look at it. What will Rob have to complain about now? It no longer looks like I'm streaming from a hospital. And because it's pinboard, I can hang things up. See, I just put that there. That's all I really have, but I can put anything there. I put a poster there, and it's like, it's too busy. It's got to be clean. I'm sick of everything being too busy. I'm sure if find something says Camel, I know, right? He'll figure something out. I like the blackness. I'm black. I'm like one of those, you know, those puppeteer people. Look, I'm Flipper Jimmy. I only have 3 fingers. I like it. I like it. How are you guys going? I thought I just, no one else was streaming, so I thought well, that I know of, unless I've unsubscribed from everyone. I'm black. That's me. Quote it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do a little bit of. I've got to do some sound effects anyway. Show off the new crib. She looks really cool. I know, right? I got like proper lights too. That's not a lamp that I've just taped paper around. It's actual lights. I'm blickety black, and I'm black, y'all. Dale A came in first. It would be a disaster not to honor Dale. It's his first. It might be his last first, because we are ending it when Mark gets the championship on Rob's request. Hail Mo Biggs, the Golden Wrench. We've got any Cranberry Langes. We have Jim Alaska. What's up, Jim? What's up, Dave? Yeah, when you stream late, you get a little bit of the old Euro crowd. Love to see Dave in the house. Epignosis, who I met over on Reni's channel. I think I met there. Well, my apologies if you've been a regular here for a while, What are you guys awake for, especially Bancroft? It's 4 p.m. Why wouldn't I be awake? What's up, Awasi? I did. He did. Mo says, I must have felt bad about shutting down the second. I did notice you got there. Mo, I hope you stuck around, because Vaughn did tell me what word it was. I don't remember it. I just forgot it. It was Drussy, meaning dream P word. You get what I'm saying? And Awasi just reminded me of it. Make of that what you will. What's up, Jeremy? Great to see you as always. Rob not complaining. Never, I know, right? It's always a thing. We've got Paulus Arts in the house. You did have a first last year. I did see that. But this is your first for 2025. He gets it. Look who came around earlier. Clark came in and he was like, there's 2 people at the front door and I don't know who they are. They were very nice. And you know what? They weren't pushy either. They just said, I just want to give you this pamphlet. I haven't had Jehovah's Witness around in a while. They gave me this pamphlet for a very English looking Jesus. Have you ever seen Jesus look that Anglo before? Look at him. He's out there. He's getting baptized. He's got his goats. He's got his boat. This is the Jehovah's Witness Australia. They're like, find out what happens at one of our conventions. I got a photo. I mean, are there that many Jehovah's Witnesses in Australia? That's a full house. That's at the Melbourne. That's at the Melbourne football ground, but it says it's at the Assembly Hall. So I don't. It says it's at the Melbourne Assembly Hall. That is not an assembly hall. That is a stadium. I don't feel like there's that many Jehovah's Witnesses in Australia. Maybe there are. They were very nice, though. That's a Jesus clan. I can believe it. He does look handsome. I feel like he does look a little bit like I look when I grow out my beard. Maybe a little bit. But I don't think I will be attending the committee or whatever it is. It's like 15 in total. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to fill a stadium. It's like the end of Avengers. So I'm going to try and do something. I just don't want to take. Look how good this looks. Get my lucent going in there. I angled the thing so you could actually see it. What else did I do? I put a second light on that so things are a bit more. You can see the kangaroo thing. Nothing, can't really point anywhere. It also means you can see those books a little bit better as well. You can see the turtle setup. Luckily, you can't see Donatello as nunchucks. But it's a little bit dark there. That was Clark's fault, by the way. I didn't do that. You've angled your wall so that we can see it? No, it's just I covered it in black. Dressed in black. If they booked it on an off night, they probably get a discount and don't need to fill it up. Yeah, that's probably it. It's always turtle time in the shell shack. It is. I loved that game when I was a kid. Why can't I? Everything's backwards. I love that game. You have to go around the board and you get to travel in the sewer and everything. And you got to fight, and there's a little fight thing. I think I got that when I was 8, maybe 9, still holding on to it. Got my white-faced dick up there. Got my Shant and Jetty Ella. That's the first piece that Shant ever did for the Lucent. KSSSS for 20 months. In the 1987 film Predator, which member of the group was in the CIA and which previous war did he serve alongside Dutch? That was the black guy, Apollo Creed. It was Apollo. He was the CIA guy because he was pushing pencils. That's what Dutch accused him of. That's all I know. Dylan, Afghan. I don't remember the names. I barely even remember Dutch's name, even though you said it to me. Yeah, the black guy. I'll allow it. Exactly. All right, so I'm going to put myself up here. It's a bit new, a bit different. And I'm going to share this. What I've done it all preloaded. You're not going to really be able to see the top because it's covered up by the black, but maybe I won't do that on the stream. Maybe I'll do them later. And I can't zoom in because I will be recording this for what's it called? For short purposes. So let me set that up. It's been a while since I've recorded an old shorty short. All right, what do I have to do? New screen recording. I hope this all works. I've never done a screen recording while also doing a live stream. First time me, first time you. All right, that's set up. Options, don't need any sound. Record. Cranberry says nice fonts. Thank you. Yeah, these have already been put into a page, twisted, warped, and then I've copied them all onto this one thing so I can make a short out of it. And then once this is done, I'll put them back into each page wherever they're supposed to go. The only problem is now everything's a bit dark. That's all right. Dylan. Yeah, that sounds right. Dylan. They found in the Vietnam War together. I forgot the war. That makes sense. I mean, what else would it be? Yeah. What's up, Jasper? You didn't miss. Well, you did kind of. Can I just show this off? I got a new background. It's all black. It's blickety black, blackety black. I was thinking it'd be cool to get a golden gay time thing to hang there, because then I've got the VB and the golden gay time. I mean, the boxing kangaroo is nice, but it's not. I don't know how me it is. I don't know if I'm really a Boyton Aussie. Not anymore. Bancroft is doing his own lettering. Light Christmas at the Weathers household this year. Eric has never done my sound effects ever. He's done just the dialogue and stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm getting a little put some branding there. Yeah, if I could, it would be cool to get like a Lucent white or something. I don't want to put another poster up. I tried the posters. It's too busy. And it makes it look really far away, whereas at the moment now it doesn't. Ginger hand wall. Oh, that would be good. The ginger root hand. Yep. And I have a printer at work. I could print these off. Hold on a sec. Oh, getting kind of hot in these radios. Yeah, I could print these off. Ginger root hand is a good one. One of the Ellas, maybe. I could swap them out. We could have a different one every show. I do have hair. I have hair. I have a forehead. But we like to hide that because it's distracting for everyone. Background is stripping down. Yeah, I haven't seen Valley in a while, actually. All right, let's do some friggin' work here. So what I got to do is I got to find wherever that thing is. So we'll do the wham first. Whambulance. Actually, you know what? Oh, I stuffed up. Damn it. It's not good. That is not good. I should be doing this in I should be doing this in Clip Studio. You know what? I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna save it. Where is it? Save. I'm gonna do this in Clip Studio because the line art is that much better in Clip Studio. So it's all right. We have the technology. It just means I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'll stop that recording. That's a delete that. Don't need that. Yep. Let's open it in Clip Studio instead. And we'll do it there. Wham! Is this George Michael biopic comic? That is when Ella is doing a scissor kick with her legs split and she's flipping backwards and it's like a full-on Cubus Mons shot. I've got a wham in there. Where was it? All right, sound effects. Oh my god. It says unsupported file type, which means I have to open it back up in Photoshop because I have it in 16-bit for some reason. I don't know why. I don't need it in that. Make it 8-bit. Resave it. That's a scientifically accurate description of that shot. Yeah, you guys, I mean, I can show it. It's right here. Hold on a sec. Give me a moment. It's for this one right here. Where is it actually? What happened to it? Huh. Is that it? Yeah, close that. There. That showing? Yeah. So that's it. Woo! Stay out of there, you perverts. All right. I'll stop sharing that. This is about as professional as I should have expected. Okay, now, why isn't it letting me open it? God damn it. All right, we got it. About damn time. Okay. Oh, I like that it opens full thing. I always forget that Clip Studio is better than Photoshop in many, many ways. All right, let me share that. Only one ruse, not the elephant walk of ruse, says Jim Cox. It's all I had lying around that I thought would look good there. But I'm taking suggestions from the chat because, like I said, that's a pin board. I can just take things out easily, in and out. Shuma says, I was going to watch something entertaining and get on the treadmill. I guess I could still do one of those things. Watch the entertaining thing, which is me. Exactly. Oh, Rob, background sucks. Burn it down. Rob, this is an amazing background, and you know it. All right, now I just got to set up. What's wrong with it, Rob? Where is I? Oh, yeah, I'm recording. That's it. That's what I was doing. See, Rob discombobulated me. He confused me there. Of course, he has things to complain about. How could he not? I mean, it's so much better than yours, Rob. You're potentially falling posters, which you can't even. That's the thing. Like, you can't even really make them out. That's the problem. It just looks like clutter, you know? Billy says, Mo, I saw Michael at Comic-Con in San Diego. I asked for his autograph. He punched me in the stomach and told me to F off. Not this Michael. That must be a different Michael. That is not me. Holy cow, Jim Cox is gifted 10 memberships? Oh my goodness. Will Mo finally be among them? No, he won't. But Camel says, I'd do that. We got Creative Welshman, Unhinged, Anthony Gonzalez Clark, Darren Wagner, Bionic Bra, Rocky Ballesteros, Randy Siplon, Paul Ogg, Peter Retro Palmiati, and Jay Vasquez. All gifted memberships. Amazing. Mo thanks him for trying. Thanks for the effort. Where's the flippy sound? You know, for Jimmy. Yeah, look at my Flipper Jimmy cosplay. You can't tell. I only have 3 fingers. I'm a cripple. Wow. Thank you very, very much. That is incredible, Jim. I feel like I owe you something big for that one. Oh my goodness.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
The mad lad, Mr. Jim Cox, just coming in. Oh, God. Hold on a sec, Rob. If I got to add you in here, hang on a sec. I know it doesn't add you. 1 sec. I got to edit, duplicate. There you are. Look at that. How good is this background?
I can't even see myself on the screen. It's weird.
Oh, hang on. I got to save it. Update.
There we go.
Now can you? Yeah, I just had to edit it.
Yeah, cool.
Are you there? It's
Yeah.
How good's my background?
Mm.
Look at my hand. It's all white.
What's with the boxing kangaroo? I mean, that's pretty crap.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
Camel says, Mike, I'm editing right now. If you could pause all audio while that's the thing you can't do while you watch a stream. You can't edit. It's annoying. I've found that out myself as well.
What are you doing?
I'm going to be attempting to do some sound effects. You know?
Have you fired Eric Weathers again?
Eric Weathers has never once touched a Lucent sound effect. Not one of the sound effects in Lucent was ever Eric Weathers. Ever. I always do my own. I think I prefer Rob's background. Yeah, but you can't make out what any of that is, you know? At least here, you know, boxing kangaroo, Victoria Bitter, and then some vague things in the background.
Yeah, it needs work, Mike. It's not your best. I mean, come on.
I think it's very professional. Look, if I go big, hold on a sec. Where is it?
I'll send you a link, Camel. I don't care if Mike wants to hear or not.
Yeah, Camel can come on. I'll put him over on the other side. Hang on. How do I go back now? Yeah, look, there's room here over here. Oh, yeah, look at you, Rob. You're invisible. It's like an impromptu camel show.
It's just
Can you
get rid of the boxing kangaroo? Like, I can't put into words how much I hate it.
No. Well, in that case, definitely not.
Oh my God.
What don't you like about it? What would you prefer I put there?
It's just bullshit. We just don't box kangaroos. It's all lies, Mike.
I've seen videos of it.
Yeah.
It's Australiana.
That one guy.
No, they used to box them. It was a thing. They used to do it it used to be like a event.
Like 100 years ago. I mean, it hasn't happened recently.
I got to think. What do I want to do with this wham? It's kind of...
I sent it, Camel. Oh, hang on. It didn't go through. 1 sec.
That happened to me the other day.
Yeah, it's fucking things, man. No, Dale. Shrimp on the Barbie. No.
Well, I was thinking, Golden Gay Time would be good. That'd at least fit, with the show.
Yeah,
But I have
mean,
to print that out.
There's such an overrated ice cream though. Just terrible.
Right, let me add. I gotta edit the stage. Hold on a sec. Edit. Put him right there. Maybe a little bit down. There we go. Look at that. Hang on. Gotta save it. And he's in.
What's up?
What is this? Is it? What am I in?
Can you see?
It's just a shit on Mike's
Is
stream.
it StreamYard? I guess that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you tell?
StreamYard. I guess so. I don't know. I'm half asleep. I guess I didn't think about it.
What is the internet anymore?
Can I mirror myself so I don't look like I'm looking away from you? I don't know how to do that.
I think only you can do that. I don't know if I can do that. No, I can only edit your mic settings. I can't mirror you.
Camel
Mirror
is
my
skinny
phone.
and
Your
looks
end.
like an assassin. All right.
Yeah. This goes all the way up.
Yeah. We had a kangaroo. We had a dog a while ago, and it attacked a kangaroo, and the kangaroo just laid there on the ground, just being stupid, and it cut the dog's stomach all the way from like its leg all the way up its chest, just like a knife through butter. It was pretty vicious.
When the hell did that happen?
Probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. Yeah.
Was it your dog?
It was our dog. Yeah, we had to give the dog up because it was about 9 years ago because it was before my kid was born. So we had to give the dog up
Insane.
because
I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah, we couldn't risk having a dog that was like that prey driven. That would attack smaller things when you've got a baby around. It was just too much of a risk.
So did it start the fight with the kangaroo?
Dude, yeah, like it would go after everything. It fought. Yeah, thanks for that uplifting story, Rob. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
usually Camel is,
yeah,
killing the dog,
fucking body slamming turtles on rocks.
I once, I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but I saw an alligator eat a dog, and I showed everyone, and the entire internet flipped out.
Remember that?
For some reason,
it upset a lot of people.
Yeah, bunch of pussies.
We all thought we were cancelled after that. Little did we know.
Yeah. I mean, I laughed. Nobody laughed. Just laughed and laughed. Yeah.
Do you, Camel and a chat, do you think there are more kangaroos in Australia or people?
In Australia, it's got to be more people, right?
I would say kangaroos.
Yeah, I'll Google it right now, but I reckon it's kangaroos.
We have to constantly kill them. I know that.
Yeah.
So it's there's a culling situation. Like you get paid per roo during culling season to just go out there and shoot them. Because there's no what is it, fauna? There's no predators anymore.
Yeah, they got it easy here, man.
Yeah, all the predators got hunted, and then they started farming, and it just, I don't know, just opened everything up, and now they're just running wild.
There are 35 million kangaroos.
Oh, way more.
Australia. Yeah.
Although with the rate of immigration, won't be too long. I think I don't know if I want to do anything with this wham. Actually, just looking at the art. Maybe a little bit. I'll do that later.
There are nowhere near more emus than kangaroos, KSS. That's just...
No, the emus are... Yeah.
I reckon there's got to be about like 20,000 emus and that's it.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Okay, 650,000 emus.
Yeah. Fuck those birds.
No, we don't have 35 million Australians, man. We've got people on the coast all the way around Australia, and that's pretty much it.
We should have about 22 million, but we've currently got about 25, 26 because we have this insane because of the declining birth rate or whatever. The government's like, oh, we have to keep up the housing bubble because there's houses sell for like millions and millions of dollars here in the city, and the only way they can keep that up is if they keep importing people.
Yeah, but they import people with machetes, Mike, and then the people with machetes stab people, and then they make bins for the machetes that people don't use.
Dude, I just read something. Mel sent it to me that just right before this stream started that just got my blood boiling. But I don't want to bring the stream down too far. But yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Well, I'm already here, man. I mean, you can't bring it down much further.
Machete gang. We don't need to deport the Americans. We could have many more Americans here. Good, honest, nice Americans. That's something that I said to Camel when I was over there. Everyone is so nice in the States. They're so friendly.
It's like, I don't know what you're used to, but
yeah. I also said everything is so clean, and it's like, do you live in like the slums or something?
Are you being serious?
I was just and there was something about it's like, we have these like department stores, and there's just dirt roads, and there's no paved parking lots, and I was like, what do you live in Detroit? Where the fuck do you? Fucking RoboCop city, like
no, we do have. No, seriously, everywhere, at least around where Camel lives, was very manicured.
But doesn't he live in a retirement village?
Yeah, I live in the Ivory Tower with all of the Richardsons.
He does live in a gated community, so it is pretty special.
And when the gates open, there's a huge fountain. There's all these palm trees.
There is, and the grass is like really green. In Australia, you get green grass for about 2 weeks out of the year. The rest, it's just yellow or brown, full of mud, So it's like grass is not meant to be here. We're really fighting the elements. So yeah, Camel just thought that was very funny. That I was like, wow, everything's so nice here. But if you go to when I go to France, I'm like, oh, it looks like it looks like late stage socialism over there. The roads are all falling apart. Everything's cracking and old, and it's really depressing in some areas. At least we're not there yet. We're on our way, but not yet.
When I went to Paris, I saw a homeless man jerking off the first day I arrived.
Oh, that's just everywhere now.
Yeah,
Melvin's. Oi, it's true, Mel, and you know it. She says, "Don't attack my land." No, obviously, there's really nice places. The old places. This is what's really weird that we seem to have forgotten. The old places look great. They just look old and beautiful. But it's the stuff that they built in, say, the 50s and 60s that is just decayed and just looks awful now. And also anywhere in Paris where homeless people are jerking off in the street doesn't look that great.
Camel, have you been watching Alien Earth?
I watched the first episode, so don't say anything.
What do you think so far?
I haven't seen anything.
I'm really angry because I think it's really good, and I wanted to hate on it, and I was like,
"Oh my god!" Okay,
but I only saw one episode. Maybe it gets terrible.
Yeah.
Let's all pull together and hope it gets worse than it is. But I was, let's like the first 4 or 5 minutes. I'm sitting there watching with my wife, and I just have my head in my hands. I'm like, "Oh fuck you, fuck all of this." I mean, it was fucking shot for shot Alien 1. They're doing the same cross dissolves. I mean, the editing was the same. I was like, "Oh fuck all this." And then they have like the shot of they're all sitting there eating breakfast, talking about gibberish, and I was like, this like truly they can't come up with anything original. But then it started to sort of shift gears, and when I'll just say it, because it's the premise of the show. But when the ship crashes I was, into the. It's not the Twin Towers. It's like the Triple Towers. It's like has 9/11 vibes, and I was like, oh, there's something happening. Like it's, it actually reminded me of like a really cool video game. Um,
Mhm.
and so, that's kind of where it leaves off. And I was down. I was like, all right, you got me. I'm hooked. I think it looks a little
Dude,
bit made for TV. I think it looks a little bit, like
everything looks
sort
like
of up
that
the
now.
budget. Yeah,
Do
but
you?
that's
I need
what
to be
I was
caught up
okay.
on my Alien lore to watch it,
Well,
or can I just?
technically, it's a prequel to Alien One, so
Yeah.
not really. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, I'll
I,
check it
I, I
out.
suspect the show is going to end with Wayland Yutani being like, "Let's send another freighter into space," and then it'll be like, "Who's gonna pilot this thing?" And they'll be like, "Who's Captain Ripley and fucking Dallas?" And that's how I think it'll
Mhm.
end.
I was super hyped for this show. Like I was waiting months for it. I was excited. I'm like, oh, new aliens with a kind of different take with different monsters that they've got from deep space. This is going to be sick. And so far, man, it is painful to watch. I feel it's like a 3 out of 10
Yeah,
so
but
far.
but you enjoy bad crap. You like
Mhm.
lots of movies that are terrible.
Says the person who thinks Mandy's the best horror movie of the last fucking 30
I
years.
think it's one of the best movies, top 10 movies ever made.
Oh my god.
I still haven't watched it. It's right there, and I'm just like, oh, do I click on
Mm.
it? Not tonight. I don't really feel in the mood.
It's not something you can watch, with the kids or your wife or
No,
maybe
no,
even
I
your
would put it
parents.
on. I would put it on like, just while
In the
I'm drawing. Or
background.
something.
I think it deserves a attention, like a direct sit through where you can take it all in. But you do you.
I mean, it's no Barbarian. That's all I'll say.
Have either of you guys
Sure.
watched The Institute?
Yeah, it's all right.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I
not
thought
bad.
you might like it because it's got a lot of child killing in it.
Hmm.
Into that.
Who is it?
Yeah, seems to be what Rob is really all about. So it was like
Murder.
it's essentially it's about these kids who are being used for their special telekinetic or telepathic abilities, and it has a bit of a vibe of like a YA kind of story, but
Mhm.
it's actually no, they're killing kids left, right, and center, and it's kind of going pretty dark, but it's still sort of keeping one foot in the this is fun entertainment kind of realm. So it's a little discombobulated, but it's watchable.
Let me.
But Mel and I have been watching it. She'll put on like, I don't know if I can deal with this tonight. This is some stressful shit.
Mo says young Rob spent some time in an institute for special kids as well. It's true.
Learning the ways of the people.
Do you want me to share that, Will?
Sure.
That's so weird. I saw the name down there. Like the first time I've never called you Camel.
Who? Who is this guy?
I can't do it. It won't let me.
Yeah.
Let's see what it does when I add it. Hang on. No, I got to stop that and add that.
Ooh. Oh, good. We're
hang
behind
on,
it.
Hang on.
That's a little weird. Hey, there you go. So this was one of the last designs I made for the action figures. This guy's he's a character in Boots and Heels. He's in almost every page. So, but he's also a big time Claude Agent villain. So I was gonna make him one of the action figures, and I sent this off, and the guy sent me this today. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it came out really good. Oh, so I can we can just do like a side by side. Yeah, I'm like kind of impressed with how good he looks. I did sell him though. Yeah, I was like, we got to get rid of the belly button because it looks kind of ridiculous. Like you should. I don't know why you would have a belly button on him. And put some cuffs on his arms so that he looks like he's wearing a shirt and he's not naked. So yeah, that came out good. And then they did we're gonna do a variant Claude Agent figure with the one of the other heads. So we built this head, and this is like when he first starts out. It's like a year one Claude Agent. But I told him, I was like, the nose is a little downslope, so we had to fix that. So it'll be shifted.
I was
Awesome.
I've daydreamed about this stuff, like, because you have to be kind of pretty pedantic about it. And that, because if you think about McFarlane, that was his success, is he just was uncompromising on the way the faces looked and all that sort of stuff, because that's really what makes and breaks it. And to me, that's why one of the reasons why I love the old Hasbro stuff. They had fantastic, like, they looked great. Every figure looked really cool. And they're not saying they looked exactly like the person, but it was a good cartooning in the sculpt.
Who else wants to read Camel's little things he's got on his computer there? If Popeye wasn't such a hack, man.
Oh, I should probably cover that. I don't know what's there, but I don't know what's not there.
You're like,
some of it might be like script ideas. Some of them are like dreams. Some of it's passwords. I'm not,
like this motherfucker shit head.
Yeah. Why I hate Rob.
Yeah.
1 through 10. List 12.
The 101 page manuscripts.
Okay, so it says it's this guy's played by Danny Trejo. Yeah, he kind of looks like a little bit like him.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that. And then I did. I don't know if we'll get to it. We have 10 figures we have 2 series, series 1, series 2. If we get to series 3, so I did this. So in 2027, the Shadow becomes public domain. And it was like the dude who was talking about the Zorro the other day, Mike. I can't remember his name.
Michael.
So like you can like use the name, but you have to shift it a little bit. So I just inverted his colors. So I was like, oh, I can make the Claude Agent hang out with him. But when that happens, we can also make toys. So
cool.
I built this here, and then this will be a Claude Agent with glow in the dark claws. This is another villain called Key Grip, who comes with this like scythe that's a key, and this is time travel boots. And what's great is it's the same like figure essentially. We just did head swaps, so it like really kind of cuts down on injection molded pricing. So hopefully I'll be able to put that out. Maybe I'll build it next year and then we'll offer it in 2027 or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that I'm able to do this stuff because just a couple years ago, not even, I remember talking to PTP about it and he was like, get 10 to 12K ready per mold. Yeah. I was like, holy fucking shit, bro. So, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I mean, like that's the out of all of the figures I actually kept from childhood, it's the Hasbro's. All of the Kenner Star Wars are gone. And I don't consider myself a toy collector or anything, but they were the ones I just couldn't let go of. So would these? I'm guessing these kind of capes and stuff that would be fabric. Is that what you would be thinking?
Yeah. So I keep putting the Claude Agent back in the other room, but yeah, they'll be fabric capes. But with the trench coat, that'll be a molded plastic. So we'll do some type of thin layer of plastic around the legs. Yeah, so that's I'm trying to think of other toys that do. There's a couple toys that do that. So it'll just be an extra piece. It'll just.
Oh no, there's an Undertaker that has the full fabric cloak.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that, but I don't want to have the guy make whatever 600 little jackets for these things.
Hope you got your sewing machine ready to go.
Yeah. Well, so it's never been officially proven, but I suspect that the original Dick Tracy figures were supposed to have coats that were sewn on or sewed for them, and then at the last second they ditched them all because it was too costly, or either they that or they just wanted to get the toys out and rush them out. Because Dick Tracy never had his signature coat, and then none of the villains have any coats either. And you can see clearly, like they should have, like they were just wearing like white collar shirts, and they had suspenders and ties and stuff. So yeah, I would rather make that part plastic, and then for his cape specifically, we'll do that cloth. But outside of that, it would be very cost prohibitive to do it like the other way. That's all I got.
Cool.
That's all I'm showing you.
Go back
Mike,
to,
are you aware how amazing the older generation are at fighting and gunplay, and how we should be completely, totally terrified of them at any given moment?
Go on. Is there sound to this?
Oh, it's like terrible. Hang on.
Is it Benny Hill? Is he?
Maybe you could just make
shoot himself in the foot at any point?
My people of this country, and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flag.
What do you think?
I'm terrified.
Mm.
Absolutely. I hope I don't run into him in a field somewhere and stand around in a close circle, tight in, without protection. Camel, you saw they rebranded Cracker Barrel, our old haunt.
I know. It's really funny. So I went there with you, and then I went there a couple months ago, and the food genuinely tasted kind of different. And I remember being like, I thought it was better, but I don't know. I was like, maybe I'm just fucking having a mood problem, or today, who knows what's wrong with me.
Today,
well, come to find out, they changed the food, which I didn't realize. About a year ago, everything went to frozen, and they were like reheating it. And I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense, because everything tasted kind of not great.
have they not watched Hell's Kitchen? I mean, Kitchen Nightmares, where he complains about them freezing the food in every fucking episode.
Yeah, I think it was getting
like the kind of place where you
sensitive.
go to get frozen food.
It's not. No, I think whoever
like a
this
proper
CFO
restaurant.
is, or this woman here, I think she's already started, messing with the recipes, and this is, that was the beginning of it. So yeah, I mean, it's all just, let's rebrand it. Let's make it as, as milk toast as possible, and they're gonna fucking pay. I mean, they're gonna.
Oh, they've already
Gonna
lost
be,
some
disaster.
huge amount of their market cap, so they're struggling, and you can tell how these things works. It's the board is like, oh, we're going to hire this CEO so she can implement our ideas of basically skimping and saving and rebranding.
Oh yeah, it's not a coincidence, right? It's not like, hey, we hired this person because they did so great at Taco Bell. It's like, no, we're going to hire who we want because we want, the board unanimously has decided we want a larger profit, from whatever the next quarter is going to be. Like, what can we do? All right, well, we'll get this fucking whoever she is to get in here. And it's the same thing that we saw with Indiegogo. It's the same looking person too. So go figure.
Yeah, it looks like her even.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
let's attract a
like,
new
it's
market. Let's
Yeah.
attract an entirely new market and burn out all of our existing fans. Go after 5 people.
KSS says, good news. Cracker Barrel CEO hired Dylan Mulvaney to apologize and come on back. Oh, that ought to do it.
It's like that Disney article that's going around where they're like, oh, we need to find a new IP to win back the male
Oh my god.
audience. It's like, you had Star Wars and you had What's the other
Marvel.
one?
You own
Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, the Star Wars and Marvel, and you were like, no, we got to make them both female focused.
I don't understand it. I don't understand why it's a concept. It's like, can't you just make fucking soap operas? You know, like my wife doesn't care about Star Wars. She doesn't care about Marvel. I mean, she'll watch it because I ask her to, but for the most part, she doesn't give. She's not watching it by herself. She watches, Housewives and Below Deck
Married at
and
First Sight and all that kind of crap.
yeah,
my-
all these,
my-
The Bachelor and all that shit.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
essentially, it's a soap opera.
Mel couldn't give less shits than like for Star Wars, but she did
Yeah.
get into the Marvel stuff, which is great. You know, it's something that we could watch together, but not because it went female focused. She liked the good stuff
Right.
that I like, you know, because she's a normal woman. She's not some weirdo that, you know, needs to imagine, you know, she needs to see girls kicking butt like that. No, she likes the good characters. She likes Daredevil and she likes, you know, Captain America and Iron Man. It's so backwards what they're thinking. But you know, they spent billions of dollars on that stuff. And Star Wars at this point is
$4 billion.
toast. This is absolute dead. No one cares anymore. Yeah, she likes the Great British Bake Off. You know?
Yeah.
Has a
yes.
man ever sat down and watched the Great British Bake Off by himself? Has that ever happened in the history
Well,
of
maybe
time?
like the producer or the editor of the show, but
Yeah.
outside of people who work there, I don't think so. You guys know Red Letter Media?
Yeah.
They did a Plinkett review. That's kind of like their claim to fame. That's how they got famous. They did these reviews, like kind of taking down the prequels, and then they became huge and like sort of first internet critics in a way. And they just did another Plinkett review, and they talk about the new Star Wars and about how it's just not even a thing anymore. It's just like this weird, ethereal, floating nothing. It's just like you can't pin anything on it. It's just like this dissolved mess. And yeah, it's pretty much since because Disney bought Star Wars and just collapsed. And then they changed the focus and they made it female focused, and they didn't know if they wanted to do movies or shows. And there's also the issue of tone. Like everything is supposed to be canonical, but half the shows are made for children and half the shows are made for, like average folk. And then some of the shows are very cerebral, like the Andor. And so, in an attempt to try to please everyone, they've pleased no one.
Would you remember? I mean, we probably talked about this on Camel Nights. The Lucas, the Skywalker Ranch meeting that they had, and it was all just weirdos, colored haired, lesbian types, and friggin' HR type women just talking about what Star Wars means to them, and they had it all on a board. And it was just,
yep.
It was
they
god.
They had pulled some clips for this thing. One of them was truly frightening. It was like one of these fan expos, and you had all of the 500-600 people, and they were all like, essentially it looked like a Heil, like like they were saluting, and they were like, the Force is, I am one with the Force is one with me, and they're like chanting it, and it's very, very
I
scary.
remember that.
It's just like, this is fucking.
Oh, and we were there to see the Galaxy Hotel thing open.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
just completely collapse. And you get
That was, what was that? It was something insane, like $6,000 for 3 days.
Experience.
Yeah.
Mike, this guy should give you great courage in the fact that even if you are overweight, you can still be a really proficient martial artist. Okay.
Okay.
Still going?
first of all, Rob.
Why is Rob
I
disappearing?
I know. I
I'm like, look
probably
at that
weigh
eye.
less than you do now, Rob.
What's that?
Oh, was that one of your posters?
What did he do? What happened?
I don't know. Something fell.
Oh.
Something's always falling at his place.
I tell you what,
People saying, is this
I wouldn't
Australian
wanna
Army?
fight
No,
this
this is
guy.
more British. I don't know.
Lucky. I thought I
it's the teeth.
broke it.
What was it?
A poster.
There you go. What do I say? Yeah, so first of all, that doesn't apply to me at all. I am becoming lean and svelte, a lean, mean fighting machine. And second, that guy, he's going about it all wrong. He shouldn't be trying to do kicks and punches and stuff. If he just went up to someone and just like bear hugged them, what are they going to do? Because if you try and punch that guy in the gut, nothing. His legs are like bigger than a body. So it's not like you're going to easily sweep his legs. He could crush someone pretty easily.
Well, that's what I was thinking watching this. Because I'm watching, I'm like, I wouldn't fight that guy. That guy's huge. He's massive.
Yeah,
And he has a
exactly.
lot of energy for a fat guy. Like, I don't know.
He doesn't have much of a vertical leap, but if he jumped on top of you, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Just die.
And he's got fat guy strength. Like, that's a thing that people with skinny legs who go to the gym and they're trying to get like built legs and they just can't. And they're fully ripped and built at the top, but they can't get anything happening with their calves. It's because they're skinny guys. There's no training there. Like, you get dad legs, like a dad bod, and the guy's got these massive calves just full of muscle because they're carrying around a huge amount of weight their whole life. And he has that kind of strength.
When's the last time you went to a gym, Mike? I mean, come on.
I think I went to a gym in 2004.
Yeah.
I went with Mel.
It's because you got lost.
No, we played tennis. And I wanted to play squash, but I don't think we had the equipment. I think we had the proper rackets because I like squash. I don't like tennis. And then we were there, so we were like, let's try out the equipment or whatever. I did that for about 10 minutes and then, but I've got dumbbells. I lift, bro. Not really, but do you even lift, bro? This story isn't getting. What do you mean? I went with a woman. Squash is a great game. I love squash. Squash used to be a sport that was always in movies. The executives would go and play squash in the middle of the day and get really sweaty and talk business. They don't do that much anymore. Have you ever played squash, Rob?
Yes, I have once or twice. It's all right.
I was really good at it.
I find it annoying though. Like, someone's always getting in your way. I mean, doesn't that just piss you off?
I'm sure it would piss you off.
Isn't that the point of the game?
Does. Yes, it's just an annoying game.
A bathhouse is not a gym, bro. No, I got into it in Thailand or Malaysia or somewhere. My dad is what they would call an expat because he flew for Malaysian Airlines and then Thai Airlines, and they all live in these a bit like Camel, but proper country club type accommodation. So it's not only is it a gated community, there's glass and broken glass and barbed wire at the top of the walls.
Oh,
and there's swimming pools and yeah.
And I want
they
like
really
a
want
crow's
to keep
nest with
the
a
low
sniper.
life out. But yeah, and they had basically essentially country clubs in these places. So yeah, I would go down and play squash and swim in the pool, and
we
that's
have
where I
those. I just didn't take you. We have a club.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were like, I don't.
And you can do tennis, and we have a pool, and
You've got bingo at 3 p.m.
No, Camel was just
so-
like, I can't show this bumpkin Australian to my, highfalutin.
There was a community right next to us that's 55 and older,
Mm.
and I joked about how eventually I'm just going to move over there.
Yeah.
But they have a huge like amenities center for what, 55-year-olds or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably have bingo over there.
It's good to see, Mike. This has taken you like an hour to do 3 sound effects.
Well, I've been chatting.
Good use of your time.
I think it is. I like doing this stuff. It's like mindless.
Jake, like 2 nights ago, it was like middle of the night. I was like, "Hey, I'm awake. You want to hang out?" And he's like, "I can't. I'm drawing." I'm like, "So what? So am I." Like, he's like, "No, I can't like talk and draw." I'm like, "All right, well."
Yeah, he's been doing this thing where he's trying to be super productive and get his 30-page book drawn, colored, and lettered in 30 days.
It sounds horrible.
I'm with Rob.
He's
Like,
getting it done.
all right.
He drew 16 pages in a week. So I guess it's doing something. No, I thought the same thing. I was like, I thought about ask. I didn't even ask him because I was like, yeah, he's every time I speak, he's like, oh man, I'm just kicking so much ass, just super focused.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was a dumb bitch, so I was like, well.
I get what he's saying though. I can't do actual proper thinking drawing while I'm talking. It's not I need to be.
That is peak first issue pace though. Like you think you're just going to go out and smash it. Like when it gets around to issue 2 and 3, you can't keep that shit up, man. It'll kill you.
Well, what's that? Isn't there a graph or something where it's like, when you start a project, you're so excited for it, and then it starts to dip. But if you're disciplined, it's just a straight line across.
Yeah.
That's why I just have I watched this manga guy, and it kind of didn't really change my life, but it definitely made me feel better. So this is his day. He wakes up, he has breakfast, he goes and sits at like a cafe or something, and he just sketches out the pages he wants to finish that day, just like thumbnailing. And then he goes back to his apartment where he's got his freaking minions. And he's like, okay, he just starts, they all just start together. There's about 5 or 6 of them. And he's like, he just draws the faces or something. That's it. And, he's got this library of hair that he's, sourced over the years. And he just he'll paste the hair on and then he send that off to the hair girl and she just draws hair. And then there was another girl, she just does fabric. And then another guy just does the backgrounds. And I was like, man, that's the way to go. But obviously I don't have a team of Japanese to work on my comic with me. But, I do have a library of old stuff that I've, drawn, and I can just sort of tap into that. Like the longer it goes on, the less and less I become a purist. Matt Krotz, you hung out with him. CMO.
Yeah, that was cool. We had a dinner.
Yeah, Matt is like a full-on purist. He does not condone any kind of copy and pasting or anything like that. And I'm like, nah, I need to get my stuff done.
Well, what do you mean by that? He doesn't copy and paste. Copy and paste what?
Yeah, so I had the well, he doesn't just say you're drawing on a piece of physical paper, yeah?
Yeah.
And what you can do with that, that's all he will do. So if you can't do it on a physical piece of paper, he doesn't do it digitally or otherwise. So turn things around or whatever. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, nah, screw that. I'm like, if there's elements in the background, that repeat, yeah, you better believe, copy and paste them over. morph them around to fit into new perspectives and stuff like that. As long as it's quicker than just redrawing it.
I used to kind of think like that. I used to be like, even though I was finishing in Clip Studio, I wouldn't do anything to the image that I couldn't do on paper. So if I was adding like zip-a-tone or a wash,
Yuck.
I would make it look like I used a brush or whatever. But then I kind of moved away from that because I think I thought, and I still do now, that use the medium the way that it can be, used currently. And that will give it its own sort of special look. So if I want to do like a lens flare or some type of rainbow thing or whatever, something that I can only do in Clip Studio, I'm going to do it because in 10 years, it's going to look different anyway. And there's going to be a new set of tricks and a new set of tools or whatever. So I think in a good way, it can almost date it and be like, this was what we were doing at that time. Like if you look at like 90s coloring, it was different than the way they were coloring in the 2000s, different than the way they're doing it now. And I think that it adds a nice kind of aesthetic look to, whatever the issue is.
Sumo says, expect to see wham, thump, and rattle a lot on the next issue. That's the thing. I don't actually reuse sound effects. At least I don't think I do. May have, but I don't think so. But yeah, there were like, so that that image with the skulls and everything. And when I first posted that, he was like, "Oh, I love this. I can't see a single skull you copied and pasted." And I was like, I'm glad you can't find it. I'm happy that you're happy,
Should we look at some campaigns, Mike?
Sure.
How about Replicator?
Like I would do that. We got Fiend issues on 569 backers with 24 hours to go.
That's the first 30.
Yeah, I mean, we assume it's just going to end in 24 hours. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, definitely. That's
that's
what she does. Yeah.
Some zoom on this is so small. There we go. It's much better. What do you have anything nice to say about this campaign, Camel?
That's kind of a loaded question. It looks good. I had nothing. I'm sure it's great. I've met Rini. I'm friends with Rini. Rini's very nice. Yeah. Oh, if you get it, you get a card. And if you get 3 more campaigns, then the cards come together.
Wow.
But if you got the stamp at HeroesCon, you'd get that poster anyway, I think. It's a story about 3 friends in the jungle looking for demons, or maybe the forest, whatever. And eventually they find a big baddie who is the cause of all of their trauma early in life. And that leads to more mysteries that need to be solved.
I've never heard such just a glowing endorsement of
a
praise.
journey of discovery.
Oh my god!
You should
I think I did pretty good.
Full quote on the campaign.
I would be shocked if I didn't hit refresh and we got another just 20 backers from that straight away. I mean, let's we're on 569 now. Let's see what magic happens.
Look, there's a reason I don't
right.
pitch anything ever. I am the worst. I can't.
Well, that used to be our bit, remember? You would just describe campaigns sight unseen.
That's what I did here.
Yeah, that's great.
So really, don't take it personally. I put as much effort as I possibly could into that, trust me.
I think, Mike, that the colors on this book, like the changing color palettes, is probably up there with the nicest I've seen in crowdfunding, at least.
Yeah, I really do like the colors on all the Fiendish books, especially starting from the second issue, and then the 2.5, Although the 2.5 is a different colorist, but yeah. And as we know, some great covers. You know, there's been some dissent on the ranks from our Zaid Comics decisions, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just blamed you. I just said, oh, that was Rob's decision.
What was the problem people had with that?
I don't know. People just liked some stuff that I guess, you know, we didn't like as much. But, yeah, you know, let's say, oh, that's all Rob's fault. No,
Yeah.
there's not going to be any appeal. You know, the things are, what do they say? The rulings are final.
Yeah, if they're not there to complain at the time, then the complaints don't matter.
Exactly. File your appeals at the some kind of court.
You got Pit Volume 1 on 399 backers. So look at this. Click that. Is it going to... Oh, 400. Good job, Camel. That was
Oh, wow.
promo.
Roll.
Yeah.
All you have to do is mention it.
Well, I figured it was just Camel's promotion of Fiendish that carried over to Pit, you know?
Yeah, it's just kind of, you know, it was an overflow.
Yeah. Some great art there by Michael Turner. I saw that no one had any issues with that being used for the campaign at all. I don't know if you guys
controversial in any way.
followed that on Twitter, but that was a bit of a joyride. Yeah,
No comment.
Go back this. Replicator, 6 backers away from 100. It's gone. It's
Although
moving.
I'll say this, I know the last time that I tried to use art that I thought I had rights to, people got all fucking bent out of shape out of it. So apparently you have rights when you want it and don't when you don't. So I don't know. People just make shit up.
It is a lot easier to just use your own art. That is very true.
Yeah, that's even when I printed Boots and Heels for the con, I asked Narwhal if I could use his cover. And it was funny because I guess he didn't really like the picture too much. And he was, I was like, well, you gave it to me. I don't know. I think it looks fine. Well, I don't want you to do me another freebie, but he was fine with it. I told him though, like, I'm only going to use it at the con. It's not like, I'm going to be putting it on a campaign and making it the face of the campaign or anything.
Well, I think it's because his style has sort of evolved a bit since then. That was kind of more his.
Oh yeah, I can see that too.
Whereas now he's doing his Vatican City style. So if you see that cover on Phenomenova, that's a lot more.
Yeah, it's a little bit more intricate.
vein.
Yeah. Rob, what are you at? 10,000?
7K, I think. We're 6 backers away from 100. 6K. 6 backers away from 100, and we unlocked a stretch goal where the supplementals getting coloured. I'll announce some more stretch goals soon. But go back it. Who hasn't back it? K-pop, you could go back it. Awesome One, Kirk, KSS, Maromi. Yeah, go back it now, or bad things happen. I'm just saying,
To you or to them?
I mean, maybe both.
Is that a threat?
I've adopted Camel's take of just yelling at people to their back things.
You just do it or die.
Yeah,
All right. KSS
think
says,
of the
I
children.
like lettering. Thank you, KSS.
I noticed you didn't bring up my campaign, Rob.
We've seen it.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty accurate. We've seen it plenty.
It is ending, though,
In a week.
What, in 400 more days?
No, I just mean it's ending in the sense that it's ending, and, we should talk about it before it's gone.
All right, I'll promote the Lucent. Here we go.
Thank you, Camel. That's what a friend does, Rob.
Now bring this stupid campaign up, Rob.
Let me go a bit bigger here. Let's get some.
I just added a little. It's not going to be on that one. They stole away one of my apps or something. They're like, "Oh, we're not using this app anymore at Shopify." So if you scroll down and say, click on Now keep going. Keep going. Under there. A bit more. Maybe that t-shirt bundle. Up, 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 up. There. Yeah, that thing. They gave me a little slider bar thing. Keep scrolling down. There. Look at that. And it's different depending on this. Oh, he's not even saying it.
That was the worst bloody
Look at
waste
buddy.
of time, Mike. My God.
It's right there on the right, but you're not seeing it.
This crappy slider bar here.
Yeah, but look, if you click on the different sizes, it changes. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think that was pretty cool.
Fucking hell.
Hey, Mike, are you going to add anything, before it's over?
I didn't think so because I'm thinking of doing a Kickstarter at some point, when it's about to go to print. That's what I've done in the past. So if I do that, then maybe I want to add something to that that's a bit different. Because the last time I just threw up a Kickstarter without anything different, it didn't go that well. So yeah, but I haven't really. I'm so focused on just working on the book at the moment. I haven't really been thinking about it too hard. I've been really hyper wizarding it up, just staying hyper focused on the work.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know, like maybe another cover. I don't know if that's kind of goes against my normal thing, but this is a comic, not necessarily like the other ones are like a thicker book. So everyone else does.
Yeah, I think
like a million variants.
I definitely, when I do the Cloud Agent campaign, I want to stay away from the variants. I'll probably do one on the 30-day, but I think what I'm going to do is offer different action figures every week. Right. So this way, if you want them all, you can get them all. And it's slow. It's like a slow drip so that, you're not breaking anyone's bank, but it's also keeps the campaign interesting. And there's always something new. So, and then at the 30-day, I have a really big announcement that I haven't told anyone about that I'm going to add to it. It's Replicator 5, Rob. I've drawn it. It's really great.
You got AI to make it. It's amazing. Better than you could ever have done.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
And it won't be like the comic. So you won't feel like, oh, I didn't, I already backed it. You'll never have to back anything twice is my plan. So I'm hoping that it'll do well. I think I don't remember who I was telling this to, but I think that's got to be the future of any type of, internet crowdfunding, something or yada, yada. Because if I went to a comic store every day for 60 days and it was the same shit, I would never go back. Yeah. I'd be like, well, I bought it. I don't know what else I can buy. So
yeah, that's very true. That's all like why after like the first 30 days or whatever, you do just sort of,
yeah, unless like I have a back Rob's thing, and I will eventually, but I know that it'll be there for however long. But if I am a fan of Rob's and I backed it, then it's like, well, give me something new to back, like if I want to support you, and give me a reason. So these are just my thoughts. But that's what I did with
that's true.
Salad. I did it with all of the standees because there was a new standee every week, and that's I think what helped get it to $50-something thousand.
Yeah.
Frog G, everyone have a look at this. This is, people say criminally underfunded, but what's it on now? 2.7K, 40 backers, really good looking book, very unique. Excellent color work, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ink is a talent, that's for sure.
Is it done?
Hotel
it's
Story.
Not done, but it's a good
way
done. Yeah, this one is done, and I've read it.
Ooh la la.
Mm. Well, I think Pear wants to put a like a pull quote on the campaign or the book or something. So I gave him a little write up. Did that today. It's
didn't ask
300
me.
and something pages all in all. It's a
I
massive
could have
thing.
said something great, like it's a book in a hotel. Read it.
It's better than Barbarian.
It's better than
Yeah,
Put
some
this-
great
Get
great
this with your room
campaigns
service.
here. We've got Frog G, the Lucent Pit, but out of them all, clearly the best one's mine. Replicated 4, give that a back. Secret Links is still up. Not sure for how much longer though. Time's running out.
Do you? Well, you decide, right? I mean, can you tell
Yeah.
us? Okay.
Just backed it. Did you? Let me check. If you did, you
All
are a
4
legend.
issues.
Did you get the connecting covers, Anthony? That's what I got. That's to me, that's the best thing. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Best
Wheel
on the
of Destiny Lego set. So good.
Did he buy anything?
I know,
Did
but
you
he might have
shame
bought
someone
it.
into
He might have
compliance?
previously bought it. I mean, you know, who knows?
Yeah. Right.
I'll take him at his word.
I'm doing a new thing, and I'm practicing with these shorts and everything because I don't zoom in or rotate the page when I'm recording, and it means like the not zoom is the really important thing. It keeps the fidelity of the line consistent across the board. So things that are really small on the page shouldn't be really, super detailed. They should kind of look kind of janky. I remember chatting about that with who was it? Joe Catapano, and he was doing the same thing because he was like, he had to figure out a way to work digitally but quicker. And he was just saying he was spending so much time zooming and getting everything perfect. And I did the same thing on my first book. And then you print it, and then it's like, oh, you can't even see it. And then you realize, oh, I spent like half an hour getting that right, and you can't even see it. So it's an interesting little challenge to draw things.
You ever
like
think of
really
Mike
small.
about just like telling a computer what to draw and letting the computer do it, and then putting all those images together?
Have you tried that?
Artificially?
Would
that work?
The AI, so-called, I don't think it's there yet.
No, it's not there. I was building prompts the other day. Oh, actually, I can show you. I can show you my fucking.
See you, awesome.
All right, I'm gonna head off, guys. I got to go out to dinner. So enjoy.
Oh, see ya.
Enjoy streaming.
See ya.
See you guys.
Have a good
Bye.
one. So I started, because I'm going to eventually have to build this Cloud Agent trailer. So let me show you what I've got here. You can see the process, and it's pretty good, but it's also like it's kind of a nightmare. Also, let me show you here. I'm actually just going to show the window. Okay.
Oh, they make it so you have to remove the thing first now to add the
I know, yeah, it didn't used to be like that. So this was my first attempt at the Cloud Agent. I'll play this. And I just made it real simple. Just, cape flowing. And it's not bad. He's a little too jacked for this jacket. That looks kind of ridiculous. They also gave him these gauntlets that go like over his sleeves, and he has no, this is like year one Quad Agent, but I didn't ask for that. I asked for it to be a full mask, and they gave him clasps on his cape, which I didn't ask for. Anyway, so I was like, let's change the prompt, and this is a little better, but he still has the full gauntlets, so I had to fix that. But the jacket is a double-breasted, so that looks better. And then it started giving him a collar, and it kept the clasps, even though I asked it not to. And then it just became sort of like kind of the same thing 100 different ways. This one fixed the gloves, so now I saved whatever that part of the prompt was to make sure that it wasn't going to turn into gauntlets. But it refused to get rid of this stupid fucking collar. This one looks like cosplay, because what I found was that if I make it leather, then it looks like it belongs, it looks cinematic. So that's what I started doing there. And then this one, it just kind of started doing variations of the same thing. I couldn't get rid of the clasps. So at some point, I just said, make the clasps purple. Like, I don't know what the fuck else to do. And it started keeping the collar with every prompt I made. But, this looks pretty good. I mean, it's not bad. It fucked up the turtleneck here and made it black. This one so far was the best. It got the mask better. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with how it's coming. But so then sometimes you play it, and look at this. This is nothing. It's a zoom out of a still. I'm like, I can't fucking use this for anything.
His cape is frozen.
Yeah.
Like a figure.
It gets really aggravating after a while. This one's pretty much perfect except for the collar.
And these cost some money. Like, these cost credits, every time you do it.
Yeah, so that's why it's like it gets aggravating after a while, to do it over and over. But for the most part, I kind of got it. I think this one is good. His cape's a little short. This one's almost perfect. And then I was like, all right, make him deflect a bunch of bullets. But he didn't move his arms, because I forgot to say move your arms. So it's like you really have to do
make sure you shoot just his hands.
Every fucking aspect. Yeah. And so at this point I was just tired. I was like, and ironically, it got rid of the collar this time for whatever reason. So I was like, and so I started asking Grok to help me with the prompts. I was like, it needs to do this, it needs to do that. And it would write some things for me, and I'd try to work on it, and it just doesn't matter. We probably said 400 different ways to put no collar on it, and there was a collar in 99% of these. So, I don't know. I'm in no rush to make this trailer anytime soon, but I mean, overall, I think this came out pretty good. It looks, just like the character, just like the toy.
Yeah, the still image looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you guys, no one saw what I was doing with the Dick Tracy shadow, but that was a whole day of just this, literally just trying to figure it out. So, it takes a minute. So I'm pleased with how it's coming along, but yeah, it gets grating after a while. It's like just rewriting the prompt, and then you got to wait. It takes about 2 minutes to do a thing. And then on top of that, it costs money every time I do it. So it's just, I guess.
So, the people who have, like you do, very specific looking characters that don't exist elsewhere, it's not really there yet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So we can do some. These were all the other projects I had. This was Pear's project. This was the 007 trailer. Let me see. So look at this. I mean,
for instance, when you did the shadow, did you say shadow?
It jumps for no reason. It's like, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of these just worthless.
So did you write shadow there, or did you write what his thing is made of?
Oh no, so I can show you. I have a prompt here. I'll read it for you. Yeah. So this didn't even work, this one. Camera pans down and spins 360 around a mid-Caucasian man with dark hair, long straight nose, dressed in a sleek all black leather trench coat, black turtleneck, black leather gloves, and an extra floor length black leather cape with dark red lining, stands on a rooftop, his wide brim. I mean, it just fucking goes on and on. And so I have that for every single character. And on the really, get rid of this. On the longer ones, what are we doing here? Oh, that's right, because I moved out of the. So I have, like, on the longer shots, they're like really, really defined. So like this was Dick Tracy talking to the shadow. Look how long this is. Oh, this one's not too bad, but it's just the two of them talking to each other. But I have ones where it's, just like 10, 15 paragraphs because it just took so long. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this one's not too bad. I'm not finding good examples here, but it's kind of an aggravating nightmare, and you really need to like be in the headspace for it. Otherwise, yeah, like so I had this one shot where these drapes of these giant banners fell over the Empire State Building, and I must have done it 30, 40 times. This one, this was Dick Tracy riding in his car. Yeah, so you can't hear it, but he said, "This is Dick Tracy, I'm on my way," and then he holds it up to his mouth and says nothing.
It's like, this smells good.
Yeah, he does the same thing there. And now he's
What's he
using
doing there?
Banaka or something. I don't know what that was. What's this one? They pull the phone out. I mean, it's like fucking Top
You
Gun.
should actually upload the bloopers.
I
That's
know.
funny.
This one was actually this is the one I used. He actually does it right. Yeah, some of these are just so stupid.
It does look like he's checking his breath. He's like,
yeah. And then some of these are like, this look cool, but they look like action figures. Like I couldn't really use it. Like they're not moving.
yeah, they're not
And then they
moving.
just walk. I mean, and what's frustrating is a lot of times it's the same prompts. Like I just do it a little bit differently, but it doesn't really know what it wants me to do. I have a scene where the blimp breaks through. I probably did that blimp scene like 900 times. Yeah, but look how small the blimp is.
It's a little
Like
baby
the blimp
blimp.
is supposed to be huge.
Come on, AI.
I mean, look at that. It's like a fucking toy. And so, like, I would have to say big blimp, little blimp, whatever. This was impressive. I was able to almost get the same looking building over and over with prompts. So I was happy about that. But yeah, it's
It's a
anyone who
blimp
wants,
for two. It's romantic.
yeah. I keep hearing, oh, it's over. Like that's the big AI phrase. It's not over. It's not over. It won't be over for 5 years. It's gonna be a long time till we're where we want to be. So I mean it's fine for trailers if you don't have to worry about shot consistency from literally like camera to camera to shot. But yeah. So when I see people like, oh, I can do that, I'm like, please go ahead, do it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to pay for that. It's like, yeah, well, okay, go and make it yourself and see how much you pay. You like how much is your time worth, and plus all the things you have to pay for. It's not just what it's kind of advertised as.
And then you have to consider certain things like, okay, so this shot here looks like it's in a movie. And this shot looks like it's in like a fucking TV show from the 50s or something. It's just the lighting. And so, if you want consistency, you have to go back and forth. These look like toys. You know, this is actually kind of a cool shot. I don't know why I didn't use it, but oh, that's why.
Kind of looked like a water pistol, and then the shadow just
What the fuck is that? It's just,
lies
this is
in.
like some like yeah. It looks like the Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s. It's like this is fucking awful. Oh, then he disappeared. That okay, that makes a lot of sense. He just falls into the ground. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did do this shot 900 times.
He did look very
What was it?
consistent, though. They did get him looking the same.
Yeah, it still took a long time. I mean, it's yeah. Oh yeah, this. Look at this. Look at his hand is through the brim of his hat. Like,
Jake, are you all right? It's Kitty Pryde, Dick Tracy variant.
yeah. Anyway, I could probably do an entire. What is he drunk? I could probably do a whole like editing.
Let me
special.
tell you about fucking.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's yelling through his fucking scarf. Anyway. Oh yeah, there were a lot of these. AI doesn't know how to make people fly. Doesn't know what flying is, and doesn't know what falling is. So it did this. He's Magneto, apparently.
Well, we saw that as well. Actually, it was pretty good though. In the Lucent one with Ella, she's just sort of like floating, like she's in space.
Yeah, that
it's actually
worked for
pretty
yours.
dreamlike.
Yeah, that's why I used it, and I didn't realize at the time that it was a poor function of the AI. I was like, oh, it's a little, I don't know, I can use that. I used 80 or 90% of the clips that I pulled or prompted for yours because I didn't know how to do it very good, and because yours was so dreamlike, I was able to edit it accordingly and make it work. But when I needed to be really specific about it, yeah, it was this Shadow trailer one was probably the hardest one.
You were thinking, oh, this is going to be a breeze.
I absolutely was. But look at this. What are you doing?
You dumb AI.
Yeah, it's still pretty stupid, unfortunately. What's this one about? Yeah. And the prompts is a cinematic tracking shot of a man jumping off the top of a building. I don't see any of that. It's like so
This
yeah.
building,
I guess
there's
really,
a quasi jump
I mean, is
movement.
it a pose? Maybe he also has some type of weird Celtic necklace or something. I don't know what the fuck that is, but yeah. So yeah, I heard from multiple people saying $1,000 is too much. Okay, you do it. Have fun.
Yeah, that's exactly it. How much is your time worth?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say with the shadow one, I probably 10% maybe of the clips that I prompted I used. Maybe it might even truly be less.
So how much did that like cost your end to make
I
all
remember
those?
doing the math on it. It was about 4,500 credits, which I think worked out to about maybe $150.
Wow. Yeah, that's
But
like
plus my time. I mean that's like a week of
no. I mean,
prompting.
anyone who like runs any kind of business, if you're spending $150 on the thing, oh yeah,
Like
you better
asset.
believe it's not going to cost you $200 to do it. Like they're gonna.
Oh
There's
yeah.
going to be a markup there, a significant markup.
And two, I've kind of gotten annoyed by certain people's perspective on this, but like, there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, well, that should, how long did that take you? All right, that's $30 an hour or whatever." It's like, no, it's like $80 an hour. And they're like, "Well, why is it so much?" I was like, "Well, you can go work at fucking Target for $20 an hour. Is my 25 years of expertise in editing only worth an extra $10? Otherwise, I'll go work at Target." Like, there's a lot of skill and time and, experience that goes into, being a editor, designer, whatever, artist. That's what you're paying for. If you think you can do it for 20 or $30 an hour yourself, then go ahead.
Yeah, I was talking about that with Pear, about you and I have talked about like the eye, having the eye, and if you don't have it, it all just seems like bullshit, because
Yeah.
you can't see it, and all these people are talking about things, and you're just like, what are you talking about? It's just that's that thing, and but no, there is a difference, and there's a reason why people who are companies that are really well known for their design, the people who manage that stuff are very pedantic, very fastidious, and sort of almost like they have reputations of being like tyrants, and people just don't get it. And I've worked on so many websites where I'm like either leading a design team or part of a design team, and then you've got the developing team, and it's just constant battles. Like, and I'm like, I know I need you to move this part of the text up 4 pixels, and I'm
Yeah.
like, why would I do that? That's just like a whole nother bit of code that it's like, no, it needs to line up. Otherwise it's going to look untidy. But if you're not focused on that, then it all just sounds like ridiculousness. People are like, no one will ever see this. It's like, yeah, but they do, even if they don't
Yeah,
know this.
subconsciously. Yeah, but then sometimes I find it's almost the opposite, where I'll be dealing with some client and they're like, "Can we just change the color to yellow?" And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "Well, I just think it would look better." Then you're like, "All right," and you change it. Like, "Oh no, go back." They're like, "Well, hold on. Is there a color between yellow and blue? Green? Yeah, let's try green." Oh, for fuck's sakes. And then you spend an hour doing edits, and then they're like, "I don't know. What do you think?" Like, I think the blue is fine. That's why I selected blue. It's like, I know you want to feel involved, but sometimes it's just like, realize you're hiring me to do a job. Let me do the job you hired me to do.
Yeah. Simply Green says, I noticed you were calling the cameras and the shots and the prompts. Yeah, and that's, I think, again, a lot of the difference between what you've seen a lot of people do and what Camel was doing. Whereas I think a lot of those funny kind of AI quirky videos, they end up just being like a selfie, like a
Yeah,
guy on a
because
selfie stick.
yeah. Well, so the default is going to be center frame. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of shots, especially in the Lucent, which I didn't realize where they're center frame, because I didn't realize I could spin the camera, or I could do tracking shots, or I could, whatever, change the lens, So, but once you realize that you can do that, that there is a bit of a film language, then yeah, you can really open it up. But I still haven't seen anyone really take the time to make anything very good. There was a trailer that hit maybe 2 months ago, and it was like some sci-fi. It looked like Dune meets Star Wars or something. People were singing its praises, but it did everything. It was the checklist of laziness. Everything was center frame. Nothing ever had a reoccurring character, or if it did, the characters were so bland you couldn't tell if they were the same person or not. It didn't use the same ships. It just was really well edited clips. I don't think anyone spoke. Um, And so it's like, oh wow, that looks so great. But when you really start to dissect it, it's like, oh, this is like a tech demo. There's no way you could, in all seriousness, make, like a TV show out of this. I think the first TV show or movie that comes out is gonna be awful. I think it's gonna be fucking awful.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be like, when they first started using digital coloring in comic books, and I was just like, nah, this ain't it. This is not. Or like the original PlayStation games.
I mean, I think it'll be praised. I already know, like, eventually, probably next year, Netflix will have the first AI movie, and it'll be everyone will talk about it for a good 3 or 4 minutes. But it's just not. It's not going to be what people think it's going to be. Like, I think they'll be impressed. They'll have rose-colored glasses at first, but in order for it to truly supplant Hollywood, I think we're kind of a ways off.
What you just were saying.
I would say
about
if it's.
earlier,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say what you were saying earlier reminds me of a comic that I got in France, where I bought it because I really liked the rendering in the backgrounds, and I wanted to have it as a reference. And I was flicking through it, and I was like, "Wow, this artist is really talented, but it's completely boring."
Mm.
I just couldn't figure it out until I kind of took a larger view, and I was like, oh, every single shot is center frame, middle distance, every single one, non-stop. I was like, oh, this is okay. Yeah, so whatever they were doing, they were just sort of walking around Paris taking photos like at eye level, and then using that as a reference for all of their panels. I was like, oh, this is lazy.
And it's like bad CGI. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and then it's just the same shot over and over.
Yeah, and I was like, the rendering was superb. They're really, transferring what they had taken, the photos, to really well rendered art. But the comic was just a slog.
Yeah,
it was just.
Yeah. I think the issue that I have, and there's the issue that I had with the Claude Agent thing, and which to me suggests that it's going to be a while till they fix it, was the amount of prompts that it took me to get rid of the collar, and it still didn't get rid of it. I mean, it was just like, okay, so I don't know how many different ways I can tell you no collar. I tried different things. I said small collar, collar is pushed down. I had AI write all different types of ways. And the funny thing was, when I was telling Grok about it, Grok seemed to understand. Grok was like, I understand what you want. And then was even giving me reasons, not reasons, but it was empathetic. It was it was like aggravated itself.
Like, I get you, bro. Yeah. Google.
And it still didn't make a difference. And I was like, so the Grok understands, but for whatever reason, the language model on video prompting is still like pretty busted. Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, we call it artificial intelligence, but it's not when you and I talk about intelligence, it's not what it is. It's not what it's actually doing. So we do kind of have a bit of inflated idea of what it's capable of, because it is capable of incredible things. I mean, AI has solved maths equations that humans haven't been able to solve, like proper, forefront math stuff. I think in one case it was able to, I don't know what it's for, but they unfurl or figure out what a protein, how it functions or how it works, something just by its shape or something, really like crazy stuff. But at the same time, it can't do what you and I would consider. So that stuff you and I couldn't do, but we can tell you what is a collar and what isn't a collar. Even with, and I'm sure Google has the dictionary definition of a collar. It just has trouble, visualizing that in the context of this thing that you're trying to do. So, you know, it's because that's because of what it actually is, and it, you know, what it is and what it isn't. And intelligence just isn't the right word for it as it currently
Yeah.
is. For
Well, when I was explaining it to Grok, it was funny because Grok started giving me reasons that it was doing it. And it was like, you have to understand that it's pulling from a reference. And so if 99% of the reference is stuff it sees online and all of it has cape clasps and collars, it's going to do, you know, it thinks it's a costume. And I'm like, well, I guess, but even still, if I say not to do a thing, isn't that just a secondary prompt? Which it just doesn't seem to understand. It's very, very weird.
and that's it reminds you of the time that everyone was laughing because Grok was saying that the sun was Mars, and it just could not be reasoned with. It was just like, and I knew exactly what's going on. It was waiting, but it was waiting for the majority of the consensus to agree that that is definitely not Mars because it's too big. If it's just, you know, a couple of hundred people telling Grok, "Oh, you're dumb. It's clearly too big to be Mars," then it can just ignore that as noise in the, you know, in the stream. But if it's, you know, get to the point where it's the majority of people are telling Grok, "You've made a mistake here," then it'll actually correct that, but only correct it because, okay, now the consensus is that it wasn't Mars, it was the sun. But still, it's not really intelligence. That's just, you know, consensus. And that sounds like that's what it's doing with the thing. The consensus is capes have that on it.
Capes have
so
collars,
that's what you're getting.
Yeah, well, and I was thinking about it too because I was like, you know, I see a lot of these, you know, Superman, Batman, whatever, superheroes that people are making AI with. But if you or like feed it an image, or if you say I want Batman to do this, well, Batman's never had a collar, so it's not going to prompt a collar because all of the imagery and, you know, the 12 billion pictures of Batman on the online don't have a collar. So
maybe that's how you could have done it. You got to say, give me a cape that looks like a Batman cape or something. I don't know.
yeah, I'd have to find a specific cape because a Batman cape. See, that's the problem too. It's like, okay, so where's the purple cape with a gold lining? Because if I say Batman cape, it's going to give me black and blue with, you know, edges. And then if I say Superman, it'll give me red. And so
dumbass Google
piece of shit.
With that, it's getting up to dinner time, so I think I'm going to call it a night. Done a little bit of faffing around. I'll finish that off maybe later. See how I go. There we go. It's funny. I've got this light here, and it's sometimes it's too bright. Sometimes it's not bright enough. I like play with it a little bit.
That looks good.
I think it looks fine. I think I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I like that having this space here for being just random stuff that I want to put up. Be like whatever. Have some fun with it. All right, that's going to be it. Thank you all for being here. I've got 37 people here. Thank you very much. Go back, Fractured Mind, and follow Camel because he's got some rad ass toys coming out soon. And you're going to want to get that
very soon.
All right. I will see you all in a couple of days. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.